I'm Pam, I'm Kelly's mum. Last year I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma.
Blood cancer for my mum was incurable. And I remember phoning my mum saying, I'm going to the European Championships. And she said, well, there's a lady in there who's 42 years old. My mum was 42 at that time. And she said, just imagine if she's in front of you, just imagine it's me. And if she beats you, I've beaten you. And I had this in my head. Come round, 200 metres to go. I'm now in third, coming down the home straight. I'm now closing down this woman. All I could think about was, that's my mum in front of me. And literally at the line, I ducked. And I ended up winning the silver medal by a few hundredths, if that, of a second over this lady that in my head was my mother. I was on a radio interview and my mum had been put on. So of course, all I'm saying is I beat you. It wasn't about the medal, it was about the fact that I beat my mum. I was quite competitive. What I probably do have from my mum is determination, that extra bit of inner willpower as well. It was such a shock to hear of her having this blood cancer that no one heard of. Because my mum stayed strong, everyone else did, to be honest. You just don't think of the worst thing, you have to try and think positive, you know, because if there's a chance that you can be treated and you can prolong your life, that's all you go with. Like, it's positive all the way. And then she just started getting all different things that you would get because your immune system's low, you know, so her hair started falling out, that was quite emotional. For her, I took her to get her first wig, which she was actually quite pleased with because it looked like her old hairdo. So that was a process, really, let's say. I started to see her being depressed and tears, and that wasn't my mum. My mum didn't cry. You know, it wasn't her. And that was horrible to see. And then I think the thing that stands with me the most is her crying, saying she's too young to die and all of that. I hated that. It's just the worst thing ever. She died in August. Life can change just like that. We are close family, so everyone's birthdays we're always together. Christmas time we're always together. And that's, you know, each one, you're just like, oh, I can't believe she's still not here. You know, just in your head, you think, well, this isn't right. I used to call my mum every day. Like every day in my life, I used to call her. I personally feel like sharing my experience with my mum and the bereavement process important because I know so many people keep it in a shell and it's just so hard. And it really is hard. Everyone will deal with it completely differently and I understand that. I can't cope with it and I'm open about it. I know time will move on and I know that I'll deal with it better and you'll accept it. But also I think it helps people because you realise you're not on your own. I know that I've relied on like you and my other friends a lot because you realise what you go the journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know me as a person.
Yeah.
So having that support from you, that means everything because you know how I've
struggled with it and
I struggled with my mum being ill and then like when she died, you know.
And losing her really quickly, Kelly, that wasn't expected and that was the hardest thing, wasn't it? You know, you thought you'd have her for a lot longer and your mum was a massive fighter. Even though there's so much sadness, there's little bits that you can remember of somebody that make you smile. To get the damehood was amazing and to know the Queen was going to give it to you was a big deal. And we left you know, the council day in a limousine on the way to Buckingham Palace. I bought my mum her outfit. She was really, really just chuffed. I mean, I think you can see on this photo how, you know, how chuffed she is to be part of the day and it was such a great day, it really was. No one's ever going to know what's down the line, but if you can be more aware of it, you could help someone prolong their life. You could help someone get treatment a lot easier if we just talk about it more.